Look who's back.
Good morning.
Look at this guy. Back in the saddle. I'm going to try another speed test just to be more annoyed.
Wouldn't you do that before you went live?
I did.
I don't see the recording button, though. It's not lit up. There's no red recording.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I imagined that before.
It says live.
So a red dot.
Well, things change, man. You were gone for so long. Things change. Daryl's back from his trip that he takes with another man where they go sheep herding, which is cover for just angry, repressed sex. Yeah, just tons of it. Sometimes the sheep are involved. Sometimes they're not. But he's back.
Just dudes.
We both sound like shit.
Dudes. Yeah, I'm coming off a bender. You could say.
No way.
It's 12 plus 5, 17 hours yesterday.
Wow, you can still add. There you go. Crushing it.
Yeah.
So today marks the first day of your DJ career.
That's cute.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
I'm not. It's gonna be awful, and I'm really, really excited for it to be fucking awful. Because Kyle's gonna get what he fucking asked for. So.
Are you excited or are you nervous?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you have? I think the most important thing for a DJ to have is that bwah bwah bwah. Like, do you have that?
Yeah.
You know, the bwah bwah bwah. You need that because if you just go like bwah bwah bwah, then that's not good. You can't do that.
You got to understand that. I got roped into this, and it's tough for me to back down from some challenges. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Usually not going to shy away from those things, but I got roped into this. And I thought I'd have a lot more time to prepare.
Yeah.
And by prepare, I mean learn.
Know how to do things.
Yes. Learn, understand how this DJ deck works. It has a half-inch of dust on it. My whole thing about I thought I'd have time. I could spend 45 minutes to an hour each day on it, turned into me getting up from work at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sure.
Which is my normal time. So I got 4 hours to, do shit around the house, do shit with my wife. But my wife works from home, on the other side of the living room. I can't be fucking spinning tracks and all that shit while she's at work.
Yeah, you can't be dropping beats, as you guys say in the biz.
Yeah, whatever. So that just got put off the side. Hey, I got time this weekend. Well, let's go do something with the kids. And then camping season hit, and it sat there. I'd come down here in a computer and upload music, go into the DJ thing, and set cues and loops and shit, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I had fun with it. We get the music on the USB drive and push it to my DAC. I just never had time.
So to be clear, today you know how to DJ, though.
Today I know nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
There will be music played. Music will be playing. Music will not stop. I can just fade music one to the other. Nothing crazy is going to happen. But here's the kicker. These kids are 18 and 19 and younger.
Right.
What do they listen to today? Fucking
if I know.
Shit.
Mumble rappers?
Music. No mumble rap. I told Kyle repeatedly, no mumble rap, no fucking country music. I'm not playing country music. If you want country music, you have a girl singing today for hours. There's your country music. I am playing 80s, 90s, 2000 hip-hop, rap, some EDM, and some other shit. That's it.
You should
You guys want to throw rocks, or guess what? Just come over and pull the fucking plug, and I can actually start to drink beer and enjoy myself.
And just make sure
which I'm gonna do right fucking now.
If there's a lull, you gotta hit the bwah bwah bwah. And now, are you gonna be like these have buttons? Oh no, yeah, they do. What are the buttons for? That makes no sense.
Oh, because you can hook it, and there's
All right.
We did this the one night, I think. Yeah, there's a button loop or something in here. Yeah.
Probably did. Are you going to be a 1 ear DJ guy, or are you doing 2 ears or no ears?
It depends on how I'm set up, where I'm set up. If I can get my speaker far enough away where I can actually hear. I only need one ear to hear the next track that's coming. So
I wish, like, I hope it goes well because you're my friend,
it'll be fine.
but I hope it goes terribly because you're my friend as well. Like,
I do. So do I.
Yeah. Like, I want.
And I'm literally going to tell everybody this is not what Kyle has told you is happening.
Like, they think that they're getting like Danger Mouse or whatever the fucking guy's name is. I don't know. Right?
Mouse,
Isn't that Dead Mouse? I don't fucking know things about anything. Like, I couldn't be further away from knowing anything about DJing. Like,
I sent him a video. I said, "See, watch 2 seconds of this. Watch this guy and his hands and listen to the music. That is the shit I want to do. I don't want to play country music. I'm not. There's no country music DJs. There's not. I mean, you don't just drop beats with country music."
Herb and I share the same sentiment. Like, I want it to go well, but
I can't read any of that.
Oh, it says, I hope the whole place starts on fire.
It's dry as fuck. If there's anybody throws a cigarette butt or a random firework goes off, I guess I gotta cancel that pyrotechnic show I was gonna have.
And here's the other thing too. Like, it's kind of funny. We were out last night, and we started.
That beer tastes terrible.
We used to go out to a place where it's like more younger people, and you go outside. Very few people smoke, right? Because I think younger people, they're all into like ripping vapes, bro. But is there anything worse than seeing like one of those guys with a fucking vape thing that's like this big, and it's like, then that plume of smoke, like there's a new fucking pope? Fuck those people.
I hate that shit, man. Especially my button, my loop is too big, too small.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
But yeah, like. Yeah, I think we haven't even like scratched the surface of how complex these fucking bandits are.
You pull up to the car and this guy in his little fucking Nissan Beater, and it's like Cheech and Chong in there. Just an absolute massive cloud, and they just think it's the coolest thing.
And you see a car seat in the back, and like, I'm gonna be paying for that kid. Like, cents on the dollar from me is going to pay for that kid because daddy's ripping vapes, bro.
Yeah, it's just vape. It's just water condensation cloud or whatever. It's not, motherfucker.
It's also gay. Yeah. That's what it is. You know what comes out of it? Gay stuff. Yeah. And again, we're pretty liberal guys. I'll give a guy a hand job. I don't give a shit.
Got my gay pride shirt.
Yes. Again. I have one that says allegedly with an ostrich. Takes more than one guy. It was a sick ostrich. But it just seems a little foofy, you know?
I remember when that vaping shit started, and I'm like, people allegedly were using it to help curb their smoking and stop smoking. Wrong.
I would suggest that it's 10 times worse.
It is. They were using it as a crutch to smoke indoors before everybody got sick and tired of that shit too.
Yeah.
And I said, everybody that smoked, I mean, again, nothing against gay dudes. Or guys that are
I'll put something against a gay guy.
Yeah.
My dick.
But you look like you're sucking a fucking plastic dick in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they've come a little more compact now, I guess. I'm looking around for something that, whatever. But still stupid as fuck.
I would suggest that size does matter. You know, like the smaller ones, okay. But like you would never see like Magna rip a vape, you know, before he goes and hangs out with TC in his fucking helicopter. Like my dad smokes cigarettes and he did it in a cool fucking way. You know? There's the eyeballs.
Yeah. Or Tez's. Did we get close?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your internet over there? You're all fuzzy.
It's well, right now it's okay. Now it's good. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
Maybe I can't see out of my eyes.
That's probably it. But there's just something like when a guy's walking around with like what Freddie Mercury used to sing out of and ripping vapes in a fucking Applebee's, like go fuck yourself. Like literally take that thing and fuck yourself with it. I can't.
And it's I love how they try to hide it. You know, they got the little ones in their palm. They're like,
yeah.
And then the cloud comes out. It's like, bro, stop, motherfucker.
Just be a man. If you're gonna be a man, be a man. Ripping vapes like you're some fucking Ferris wheel operator.
Yeah.
Shit show carnival.
Oh my God, I can't wait to do that in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, you get like one hot carny.
Yeah.
Every great once in a while, it's like a unicorn, and you're like, that chick gets dicked down by 84 Joe Dirts this summer.
Oh yeah, yeah, and the fun house too. So it just seems like 168 dudes.
Awesomest dick mirror.
Yeah.
Plethora of dick meters.
Yeah. Look at the size of my dick in this mirror.
It's the fastest way to get banned from the carnival.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad used to sit at the kitchen table, smoke cigarettes, drink coffee, and he died early. These vape bros, they're gonna live to like 80.
Yeah.
Listen to Limp Bizkit. Like, come on.
Come on. Limp Bizkit, bro.
Everything.
Nah, they had a couple fun songs.
Fun, yes. Limp Bizkit to me and Jimmy Buffett to me are in the same category. Like, okay, Cheeseburger in Paradise, sure. Okay, Nookie, all right. It's not gonna change my life. You know, that's fine.
I got some Limp Bizkit.
I bet you do.
Go tonight. It was requested from Phil though. Phil said he wanted to hear it.
Well, you got it. You know, the customer's always right.
Except for today.
I've always toyed with the idea of having a secret page on my website that's called the No Asshole Policy. So, like, let's say that you've just reached this point with a customer where you just can't do it anymore. Like, you're driving me fucking crazy. I want to be able to send them the notice of termination and then also a link to the No Asshole Policy.
Here's why you're getting the termination policy.
Yeah, it's not me, it's you. But I did want to talk about something real quick because I was just watching a show before we got started. Limp Bizkit was Daryl's nickname in high school. Herb roasted you.
Yeah. He wants his fan badge back. That's why he's on.
Do you know what Pearl Jam actually means?
I don't.
It's cum.
I was gonna say it was something to do with that or sticking Benoit balls, pearl ones up your ass, jamming them in your ass. It was something, whatever. That band is awful. It is absolutely dreadful fucking music. And Dopey loved that shit back in the 80s and 90s. When their album 10 is the name of it, I think. I don't know how I can't not remember this. And he would fucking put that in his car and we would drive around trying to buy sports cars. And not cars. He weren't rich. Cars.
Secret fucking millionaire, I don't know.
Yeah.
We drive around
and he had to listen to that fucking album. I'm like, we didn't wear seatbelts, but just please drive us into a bridge right now. So
I like one of their songs. And it's not that
exactly none of them.
That's every song.
Shit, it's kind of like fucking Goo Goo Dolls. Same thing.
I do enjoy a good Googs song. You know? Because he's just like Buffalo, you know? It's just
Buffalo sucks, dude.
I met him in a bathroom after I blew him, and he's like 4'5".
There we go. I got if you see me leaning in, it's because these glasses are. I don't want to say foggy, but when my daughter made them, I don't know if they're all scratched. I can't read any of this shit. So
Herb just said, watch the thing I posted about a translator trying to translate to a deaf person shitbag Pearl Jam music. What? Okay. I can't read. Like I just learned something about myself. Can't read.
We can read words. I can't make sense of other people's words.
Hang
on. So my wife is trying to read X-rays. It didn't look broken to my eye, but I am no pro. Shit, you're not a doctor.
Looks good to me. Bone sticking out of his ass. Just tape it up.
This is gonna be bad today, because he's not missing fucking Caleb's party.
Oh no!
So because it's his favorite person.
Just give him some Tylenol PM. He'll be good.
And he won't walk on it. And I'm like, well, I'm not carrying him all fucking day. Get the little fucker a wheelchair.
So there's this guy.
Something.
This dude. Okay. Good looking chap.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like
big strong nose.
He's got that immigrant vibe. I was thinking about things that are improbable, but they happened. You know? So this dude, he is the baker on the Titanic. All right?
Say if he had a...
Yeah, he would win a Hitler like costume contest hands down. Like little shoe polish.
Yeah.
Maybe the arm goes a little straight.
While he's sleeping, he gets hung over and somebody draws a little mustache on him and he doesn't know it. Walks in public.
Takes a long shit and he has to goose step to get his feet, feeling in his feet. So this dude is sleeping. It's midnight and he feels the boat, boom, smash into an iceberg. Okay? He goes a bottle of brandy and drinks like a Johnny Depp size fucking glove brandy. Second thing he does is sit down and drink another full-ass glass of brandy. Third thing he does, he goes upstairs and he starts helping people get in the lifeboats. And then guess what he does? He goes back downstairs and has another huge glass of brandy. This dude gets annihilated. He goes up to where Jack and fucking Rose were. So in the Titanic movie, you see a guy drinking, like out of a flask. That's actually this guy.
No shit.
This guy goes in the water, and the survivors are saying after 10 minutes of being in the lifeboat, 10 minutes from when the boat finally fully submerges and disappears into the abyss of the ocean, the screams stop. So the life expectancy in that water, which was about 28 degrees, was about 10 minutes. This drunk motherfucker, who looks like Hitler, allegedly, he survived for 2 hours in the water. And there's, like, science will say hypothermia sets in faster when you're drinking because it thins your blood, or it pushes blood into your skin more, which is why I'm always flush. But this dude survived for 2 fucking hours, which kind of leads me into something else. Somebody I know works at...
This is called a segue.
Somebody I know works at a hospital.
I wish I had a soundboard. So I would have the segue, a noise or somebody famous going, segue.
Yeah, like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. And then I would just hit that button and then we would both laugh and we would go into a segue.
We'd high five and we'd French kiss.
Tangent one. Yeah, I guess if we could work this right, if we both turned
the
right way, you gotta go the other way. You gotta go the other way.
Oh, that's this is good. We just go get, like I said, like the same backer board.
Yeah.
And just that is weird. Stage, man. Like, do you ever try to like cut your own hair and you're just like, oh no. Like, oh dude, I used to cut my own hair. And I'm like looking in the back of the mirror and I'm like, oh, this way is left. That's right. It's and I'm dyslexic. So,
like staring at my daughter the other day, she was eating breakfast, whatever. And I go, you got chocolate chip pancakes. I go, we're looking right at each other. I go, you got something over here.
And she does this.
Yeah. I'm like, the other side.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. The other side. Other side. We there's a guy allegedly that was in a hospital. Allegedly, one of my friends somewhere in the country, and nothing would help this guy's pain, and because he drank so much, and so they had to prescribe bourbon for him. Superhero. Like, I'm like, wow, that's amazing, and everyone else is like, well, that's kind of sad. I'm like, Yeah, it's totally sad.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be awful.
Yeah. Can you imagine just being in a hospital and like, snip, snip? So then I watched this other program, and there's this famous staircase. Look at this thing. Beautiful.
Sure. Spiral staircase.
Sure. So this is called the Staircase of Loretto. Okay. So rumor has it that this church was trying to get a staircase built. And despite them trying to hire people, nobody would help or whatever. So they go and pray. I guess there's a saint of carpentry. Again, just bear with me here.
Legend.
Yeah. So they pray to the saint of carpentry, and on the 9th day of them praying, I don't know why 9 has any significance, knock at the door, and the guy goes, "I'm here to build your staircase." And he's like, "But here's the thing. You guys can't be around when I do it. Like, you can't watch. I like to work by myself, don't need help, whatever." So after, I think, a week or so, let's call it 9 days. I think the number 9 had some in it. They go to check on this guy because what the fuck's going on? They knock on the door. They open the door. They see this beautiful ass staircase, and the guy's gone. So then they go to the lumber yard, and they're like, "Well, listen, we know that he had to have gotten wood from here. So, like, what do we owe you for the wood?" And they're like, "No one's come here for wood for your shit." So this magical guy shows up, builds a magical staircase that's not anchored to anything. So even like modern engineers marvel at the fact that this thing doesn't just crumple in on itself. The wood is a type of wood. It's a type of a cypress or something like that doesn't exist. Like, scientifically, it doesn't exist. So it's like magical wood on a magical staircase. It just blew my mind.
Nope, a magical guy.
But then you go,
wait,
these guys also wrote the Bible. You know what I mean? Like, they're pretty good at making some stuff up. Yeah. I mean, good, bad, or indifferent. Lessons learned, lessons not learned. They still did that, you know? It's still part of it. Then I saw this other thing where this guy or this lady was in Vietnam. She's flying in this plane. And for some reason, she doesn't buckle her seatbelt. Plane falls out of the fucking sky into the jungle. She gets thrown out of the plane, breaks her hip. She's the only survivor. So then, okay, so you fall out of the fucking sky. You break your hip. You survived probably the most horrific thing that you could even think of, a fucking airplane crash. But guess where you are? You're in the Vietnam jungle. I don't know what's worse. Yeah. So, and she can't walk. She's got a busted hip. So she finds parts of the airplane that have like tinfoil lining. I guess like inside of airplanes for like heat and radiation, they line it with tinfoil. I don't know. Like it's a fucking easy bake oven. She makes bowls out of tinfoil, and then drinks the water after it rains out of the tinfoil bowls. She manages to stay alive for 8 days, and she's found on the 9th day. The only survivor. And for some reason, for the life of her, she can't figure out why she didn't buckle her fucking seatbelt.
And if she did, she'd probably be dead.
She'd be dead.
When was this?
This was in the 70s.
Okay.
Because let's go to Vietnam in the 70s. Didn't the Vietnam War end not, there's probably still people fighting in the Vietnam War at the time.
Yeah. Nobody has told them. They don't have the internets. They don't know. It's been over.
You heard about the guy. They found this guy on this island that he still thought World War II was going on. Let me see if I can find that. That's another interesting story. Man, you must have had all the dicks last night.
Dude, so much fucking beer. And then we had Jim's Steakout last night.
Oh, there you go. Man fighting World War II.
Apparently, my wife says she was wrong.
No way.
Fracture on his middle toe. They're talking to the podiatrist to see if they want to set his toe because there's a little bit of displacement.
Oof.
This is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to get really hammered today. Sorry, Kyle.
For you and for the kid, you know, you got to do it. So this dude, let me see if I can upload it. Not him. Not that. This guy. This dude was 29 years after World War II. This guy, he's still fighting World War II. Like, I get mad if like if someone doesn't tell me,
looks like fucking Officer Doofy.
Yeah. Officer Doofy, reported for duty.
Just like that.
Can you imagine, like I don't like when I don't know what's going on that day, and someone's like, "Oh no," like Tanya would be like, "Well, we talked about it," or like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, but like my parents are coming over," or something like that. This dude, no one told this guy for 29 fucking years that the war's over.
Well,
and
bang bang.
Like, he finally comes out of the woods, and they're like, "Yeah, okay." So he was deployed to Lubang Island in the Philippines to fight the Allied forces in 1945. Onada came across a pamphlet dropped on the island by U.S. military that said the war had ended. He thought it was a trick by the United States. He continued using his guerrilla tactics in the belief that the war was not over. In 1974, Norio Suzuki, an adventurer who traveled extensively, encountered Onada on the island. Suzuki explained that the war was long over, but Onada responded, "I will not quit fighting unless there's an order that relieves me of my duty." That's one thing about Asian people. They are fucking dedicated. Onada returned to Japan in March of 1974 after his wartime commander landed on the island and ordered Onada to lay down his arms. The war ended in 1945. This dude was still doing his daily shit in 19... And because he's respectful, you know, any other type of person would have been like, "Yeah, so I'm going to need that back pay, though."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm working.
I'm still here fighting, you know.
Yeah, you guys do overtime? Like, how's this work? Yeah. Like, because juice is running. Juice is running. But yeah.
I don't. Did we touch on this before? I know I heard of it not too long ago. I think it just happened about a month ago, beginning of June or whatever. The whiskey war?
No.
Between Canada and Denmark, I think it's Denmark.
No, what is this?
The story's fucking great. Many decades ago, there's an island between Canada and Denmark, I think, and they haven't been able to figure out.
Yeah, Denmark and Canada. Yeah.
Come to a conclusion of who owns the island. So back in the day, like, Canadian soldiers would go there, and once a year they'd fucking go there and they'd put up a Canadian flag and they would drink and they would leave a bottle of whiskey. And then the Denmark fucking Navy or whatever would come over, take down the Canadian flag, put theirs up, drink, leave a bottle of whatever the fuck they drink. Whiskey or whatever. And I guess this carried on for fucking ever. Like, every year, the fucking military would go there, send 8-10 guys or whatever, and go back and forth with the flag. Yeah, that's it. Hans Island, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave a bottle of Danish schnapps and Canadian whiskey. This is what happens when I like.
Yeah.
It's
the like, war that was raging over that little ass island.
And the island sucks.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a rock.
Literally a rock.
Yeah.
But apparently it's something on like early June 6th, June 9th. And I think they finally just came to a conclusion that it's like half and half, or somebody's gonna own it, or
split the difference, guys. Holy shit.
The whole story behind, I explained it terribly there, but the whole story is fucking fun as hell to read. And it's like, this was hilarious.
1978 to 2022.
Yeah, I say it just ended in June, I think.
Yeah, they've been.
Oh fuck, for almost 50 years.
All right, so here's the timeline. Oh, man, hang on, let me enhance. All right, 1980, 1983, Canadian firm Dome Petroleum did research on and around the island. 1984, Tom Hoyam, Danish Minister of Greenland, chartered a helicopter to the island, placing a flag and a bottle there. 1988, Danish Arctic Ocean Patrol cutter HDMS Tulugaq. Jesus.
Sure.
Get a better language, guys. Arrived at the island, but Karen is a man-made pile of stones raised for a purpose, usually as a marker or as a burial mound. So he built one of those and placed a flagpole and Danish flag on the island. 1995, the Danish liaison officer flew in and placed another flagpole and a flag. Like, how many fucking flags do you need? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
97, Danish Arctic Ocean Patrol HDMS AGP Agpa tried to reach the island but was forced to turn around because of ice. Thank God. Global warming. Then Canada started coming around 2001. And that's when everything really started hitting the nitty gritty. You just randomly show up, and be like, "What's this fucking flag here for, idiots? This is our." you take the flag down, and you take their schnapps, piss in it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, that's a war that Canada's involved in, and it sounds exactly like something Canada would do.
This is why, everyone's, you hear this all the time, but if U.S. should have free health care, U.S. should do this, U.S. should do that, and probably should, sure. But we have to protect all these assholes that think a war is like putting a bottle on a rock.
Yeah.
Like, how much money? I was thinking about this the other day. Like, how much money do we pay other countries? And I didn't even look this up, but I bet you it's like a crazy amount.
I don't even want to know.
Does the U.S. give other...
This number's going to just be annoying as fuck.
Foreign aid by country 2022. Afghanistan, $4.89 billion. This is after we left a quadrillion dollars on and weaponry. Israel, $3.3 billion. Jordan, $1.72 billion. Egypt, $1.46. Iraq, who literally is one of the richest countries in the world, $960 million. Ethiopia, $922 million. Yemen, $809 million. Colombia, $800 million. Nigeria, $793. Lebanon, $790.
Why are we giving these idiots money? Why?
Wow, there's a doctor in Congo, DR Congo. He gets $672 million. That's crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, that does astound me a little bit. Yeah. How much do we give? I wonder if we give Australia money.
For what?
I don't know.
And why?
Yeah, we give Australia $621 million. We give everyone so much money.
Yeah. Yep. You guys go. And what do they give us? Headaches.
Yeah. Here's something weird. We get $98,000 from Cyprus. We get $1,600 from Qatar, and the Maldives gives us an astonishing $80. Like that's a sick agreement. Yeah. Maldives is like, we're broke as fuck, and you gave Iraq $4 billion.
Yeah,
and we have to give you 80.
Yeah, $80, not 80 billion, not 80 million, $80. Like, here's 100. I would like my 20 back.
Dude comes in, he's like, we got bad news. Like, what? It's the United States on the phone, and they need 80. Oh my God, we're gonna have to cut this, cut that. Fuck, we're gonna come up with 80 billion. No, $80. Oh, okay.
we got that.
Yeah. Everyone reach in their pockets. What do we got? We got $78 and 4 buttons.
Yeah. Okay.
And
close enough.
Yeah. And one of those, what's that fucking butterscotch candy? God damn, that sounds good.
Werther's.
Yeah. And Werther's. Well, that's at least worth $1. Yeah, shit's crazy, and I don't know enough about geopolitical stuff to even make it make sense.
No.
But then, like, you start read every once in a while, I peruse the news, and I read both Fox and CNN, and you start seeing like these little markers, like it'll be like gas prices and gas relief. Like Fox would be like gas is too high, and CNN would be like this is why gas is high, and then it'll be like Fox would be like United States needs to stop getting oil from Russia, and then it'll be like we've started to be less dependent on oil from Russia because we're going. President Biden's going to ask for like the surplus to fucking be let up or whatever, and then all of a sudden you'll just see this like Argentina, like they'll just like mention Argentina because Argentina has a lot of oil. I think it's just like a rolling hill of like everyone knows that we're probably going to like take over some small ass country or like do something. We need to put this military base here for whatever and bribe them, and then we're going to get their oil because all the shit overseas is really falling apart. But it'll just be like every once in a while you just kind of see a name like Argentina. I'm like, okay, so I know in 6 months there's going to be some sort of conflict where we got to go into Argentina or some shit, and magically our oil prices are going to go down because we're going to put them on the hook. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's all bullshit. There is no reason gas is. That's so funny, dude. One of the fucking local news stations put up a post. Gas prices have been decreasing around and everybody, there's like 500 comments, and they're all like, "You fucking idiots! Where is it going down?" It magically shot back up after the gas relief tax to $4.99. Nobody had it over $5 here, and it stayed there for a month. And it moved down to $4.94, and it's still high as fuck. Why does it go up so fast but take months for it to go down?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Well, there was this one tweet from God, I think it was like it wasn't DOC, but like when gas prices, like before they went fucking crazy, Joe Biden did something and gas prices went down 2 cents.
Yeah.
And an official White House or official government Twitter profile, like the Department of Travel or whatever the fuck it was, they showed the graph go from, let's say $3.99 to $3.97, and it said, "Thanks, Joe." But the president doesn't control gas prices, and this is when gas was in the $3 range. Motherfucker, like Lenny from Of Mice and Men gets gas prices to go down magically by fucking 2 cents. Thanks, Joe. And then if you say anything about policies or whatever, because of what is now, the president doesn't control gas prices. What are you talking about? I'm going to call bullshit. I'm just going to throw a little challenge flag.
Yeah.
That's all.
It is.
And when I was a kid, like even up to like probably 5 or 6 years ago, I wasn't political, and I don't even think I am political. I'm just like kind of anti all the bullshit.
Yeah.
But when even just buying, what the fuck did I buy yesterday? I've been spending so much money at Lowe's. Like Mr. Lowe's is like Scrooge McDucking in my money right now. He just wakes up every day, goes this magical.
What did Chris Baumgart buy today?
Yeah, goes this magical room of dollars and just swims through it.
Thanks, Chris.
So the tax here is like 10% on some of that shit. So like I spent $30. Taxes was $3.
Why is it so high there? I mean, ours is 8.25, I think.
I don't know. But like then you go again. I hate to complain because like I'm not going broke, but tax.
That's the thing that is the kicker.
Like, how much money do you need? That's what I don't get.
We make money. We go to our job. We get fucking taxed off the asshole.
Right.
Anything we buy is taxed. Anytime you buy even more shit, you're paying more. You're paying taxes 3 times. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you need almost 50% of my shit? Why?
And dude, around here, like, it's not like we're riding on roads that are fucking glass. It's like shit roads, buildings are fucking falling apart, and it's still 10%. Like
again, and that's the rub. Again, like you said, I don't get political and all this shit, but that's what the point that everybody's been making. We're paying all this ungodly taxes, and you're telling us where our money's going. Why are we not driving on the smoothest fucking roads in the world right now?
Or
why are these buildings falling in?
Why aren't teachers making 80 grand? You know?
Yeah, way too much. Way too much for them. I love any time. I mean, I think teachers should make a little bit more money than they do. But I love listening to like a teacher will complain, and I come in like fucking Skeletor, but you don't work over the summer. See you later, and I fucking run away. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ! You know what we're doing over the summer? And I love doing this to my sister-in-law. She's a teacher. And I say, every fucking August, we get a list of $300 of school supplies.
Yeah.
Okay. COVID, I brought this up over COVID. I says, COVID hit. These kids weren't in school. What happened to all this stuff? Why do I got to bring more?
Yeah.
You guys were only there for half a year. Why do I still need to go and get 84 fucking glue sticks? Where are all the glue sticks? Is little fucking Johnny eating them? What happened?
I've gone my whole life without using a full glue stick ever, and I'm 43. One thing, so I've done over the last couple of years is my friends that are teachers will post that they need, like, because they got to buy their own room supplies and shit like that. So every once in a while, they'll do like a little GoFundMe thing, and it'll be like $300. The last couple of years, I've bought the whole thing just because I'm a sweetie pie. But then again, it's like, but what happened to last? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some rollover. Like Singular Wireless. You don't use all your glue sticks from February. Yeah. They roll into March, right? Don't they? Yeah, that shit's crazy. But I do think like,
and here's the rub on that too. The teachers were paying money out of our pocket to do things in our room. Why? That should be in the school.
It should be, yeah. It's not.
We pay school taxes. My parents have been paying school taxes for 30 plus years now.
Yeah.
Without having children in school.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of my thing when we were running for president, that I said, you pay for school taxes while your kid's in school.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You get 18, 19 years out of it. That's all. Move on to the next people. Why are my grandparents paying fucking school taxes? Why?
It makes no sense. Yeah.
No. And where is this money going? If you're getting school taxes from every fucking house in the district, why am I fucking buying 84 glue sticks?
Yeah.
Why are teachers spending hundreds or thousands of dollars to put up posters and shit in their rooms? Where is that fucking money going?
Well, I mean, in
and they
my
all got
state,
fucking buttloads of COVID money too. So where'd that go?
In my state and in your state,
I'm starting.
It goes to a magical thing called pensions, because everyone had government employees in Illinois and fucking New York had the best pensions, and then somebody was just like, hold on, wait a minute, we're not going to be able to afford all this. It's not going to work. And that's the other thing too that they've done a few times where they go and try to cash out on pensions. They like force people into retirement early. You get 80% of your pension, whatever. Can you imagine like in the 60s starting like your career and you work a shit job for the state? Like you're a garbage man for the state, right? No one wants to be a garbage man, but they're good paying jobs and great pensions, you know? But no one wants to get up in the morning and shovel shit either. But you do that so when you're 44 or whatever, you can take 80% of your retirement and you know, be a fucking bartender and you're still making what, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month off your pension for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And then they go, yeah, hey man, we fucked up. So we're going to have to, like, some people are getting their pensions taken away. Not all of it, but you know, you factor in your life. And I wish I had a plan like that. I didn't, obviously. Now I'm, you know that Aesop's fable, the grasshopper and the ant? You know, the ant's like diligent and fucking storing food for winter, and the grasshopper's like, "Fuck it, let's just
willy-nilly,
yeah."
party, yeah.
And the winter comes, he's starving. I think he does starve to death because I don't think the ant saved him. Because ants are motherfuckers. But I'm a grasshopper. I'm just like me. Like some people had a fucking plan. Tanya knew what you wanted to be when she was a junior in high school. When I was a junior in high school, I was like, I could still probably make the NBA because I'm fucking delusional. I know how to lie to myself.
Yeah, I wish I had a plan.
Yeah.
I don't. Guess what?
Well,
whatever happens, happens, man.
This is what I thought of.
It's over now.
This is what I thought of a couple years ago. I was like, talking to myself, because I do that a lot. And I go, I wish I knew how much lawyers make, for example, or doctors, or certain, And it's not like I didn't know. I just thought, I'm not going to be a lawyer. I'm not going to be a doctor. It's not that I didn't have the potential to be one. I probably could have read a book. I probably could have tried. Nope. Fuck it. Let's play Sega Genesis. Not do our homework.
I realized at a young age that I was not going to college. So therefore just had to work. And you get back then, like I'm fucking job hopping in my early 20s for, 50 cents a dollar more an hour.
Yeah.
And back then I'm making $10 an hour and working 50, 60 hours a week. And I see that paycheck. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm rich.
Yeah. Yep.
And fuck
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Walk around fucking pockets full of money. Got sports cars, cool trucks. None of that money went in the bank though.
No.
Spent it on bitches and cars, and then I found alcohol. Woo!
Yeah.
Fuck
then
me.
All of it went out the window. Yeah.
Wait. So I can do all three at once: bitches, cars, and alcohol, and strip clubs. Oh fuck me! I'm over. Let's go.
And then rent comes. You're like, okay. I've only had to borrow money for rent once.
Yeah.
I needed I needed like like looking in your pocket and you go, okay, I have $15. So that's like 3 pitchers of beer. Yeah. So I can go out today. Like to me, like I forgot who I was talking to about this, but we were talking about like what does wealthy mean or whatever. And to me, it's like never having to look at the price on a menu.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen the movie Half Baked, where he's like, I got like $28 for this date because he's broke. And every time that she makes a decision, he's like a deduction. He steals money from the homeless guy. It goes up like another $8. Dude, I just remember I went out to there used to be this bar kind of cafe restaurant thing called Le Metro off of Elmwood, I think, and it used to be my favorite spot to take like a date because it was like nice. It felt high end, even though it wasn't necessarily high end. And my friend Carrie worked there, and so usually she'd sneak me a free beer or so, allegedly. So we go there for New Year's Eve, and they put down, it's like going to be a 4-course thing, and there's no prices. And I'm thinking, it's Le Metro. Like, I've been here 1,000 times. Maybe, like, it's going to be $60 for the total bill or whatever. They bring the itemized bill at the end, and the soup that we had this butternut thing. Every time I still talk to Meg every now and then, like once a year or so, every once in a while I'll bring up that soup, and we both agree it's the best soup we've ever had. It was $30 a bowl.
$60.
Dude, I had, I think, $140 in my whole bank account, and I think it came to $120. And we were gonna I had plans to take her out afterwards. We are gonna go maybe downtown, see the ball drop. I don't know, whatever. I had no money. I'm like, let's just go home. We'll just go watch it on TV and be cool. I had to change all because of a $30 thing of soup. But I just remember those days, and it's like, can you imagine if you only had like $120 in your bank account right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do? The other thing I never thought of was So when I was a kid, I love how like I'm on like all I ask is that it's quiet. Apparently, everyone's doing jumping jacks above me.
Well, I was gonna say this earlier. But the other side of that coin, we can't hear that. So
Yeah,
it's just annoying for you, which is awesome.
yeah. Then I get
If it was
increasingly
annoying
bored.
for me too, I'd be like, go fucking stop those kids.
Yeah. My my neighbor's dad started his own business, and I didn't know that you could even do that. This is like in the '80s. Like I didn't know you could just start your own business. You know, but you go and say, okay, let's say you're making 10. This is what I would tell my kids. You can go work at X place and you're going to make $15 an hour. Okay. And you're going to work 40 hours a week. And you start figuring out the dollars. Like, what can you do that's a service that you work maybe 10 hours a week and you make the same money? Like, no one taught me how to think that way until I got way, way older. But if you set that mentality now with your kids, and if I do with my kids, I always want my kids to be thinking, like, why am I spending 60 hours a week doing this shit when I could, extrapolate the data and go, okay, I'm going to go sell this.
That word never would have came out of your mouth correctly if this was a Friday night show.
Oh no, it would have said, and I would have said, fucking
Fucking extrapolation.
Extrapolate.
But here we are at fucking high noon on a Saturday.
That's the kind of shit that
it was.
Go ahead, sorry.
It was funny. Me and Ob were out the other day, and I don't know what the fuck we did. I don't know. I had some time, and I told her, I says, let's do something. I really thought she was going to say, hey, let's go to the driving range. We sat there and looked at her. I just kept staring at the couch. I'm like, TikTok. She's like, what? I'm like, find something to fucking do. Let's go.
Yeah.
We got to go get your brother's son. She's just sitting there. I says, if you don't fucking hurry up, you're going to end up at Dick's watching me buy basketball shorts. She goes, let's go. I'm like, what? She goes, let's go to Dick's. Fucking ran upstairs, grabbed her wallet, and let's go. So we're at Dick's, and Krista's like, hey, use the city card. We haven't used it in a while. We need some points. Keep that card moving, whatever. Buy whatever you want. I go, don't say that to me. I'm like, the mall's a big place, and
just the necessities, Lloyd.
Yeah.
A cowboy hat and one of those dingly dudes.
So I was buying shit and whatever, and she decides she wanted to buy a couple things with her own money. I said, all right, fine. So I forget what the fuck she bought. And she goes, do you think they will break 100? And I'm like, why the fuck do you have $100 bill?
Yeah.
She's like, I got money. And I'm like, oh, I know you do. I've heard mommy.
Mm-hmm.
So she breaks that $100 bill, gets her change back, and puts it in her purse. We're walking through the mall, and she goes, I think we stopped and got a drink or an ice cream or something. And she goes, I'm going to need more of that babysitting money. She goes, why don't you and mommy go on a date? Like 12 hours.
There you go.
I'm like, what the fuck do you need for $120? But she's like, spent her own money, which she enjoys doing.
Yep.
But then she realized that her money stash is going down. She's like, how do I get more? You babysit. Like last night, she made $40.
There you go.
Babysitting Brady. So, hey, I'm like, you're 1/3 of the way there to your 120. So
yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, she gets $10 an hour, and I'm like, listen, we left last night. It was like 8:00. We gave him his sleepy gummies. His foot was fucking, but it's broken, fractured. But I'm like, he's just gonna sit on the fucking couch.
Yeah,
and watch.
It's free. It's free money. Yeah,
free money.
Yeah.
I says, most likely he's gonna be asleep in 2 hours. I said, so you should only get 2 hours worth of pay. It doesn't work like that. I'm like, I know, but
she's gonna hit you like Uber and have like surge rates too.
Yeah.
Like Friday nights when she wants to go out down the road, be like, now it's $40 an hour. I don't know. It's $40 an hour after 10.
It's inflation. Our idiot president told us how this works. But yeah, she's seeing me and Krista work our jobs. She's seeing Krista do that nail business, the side hustle.
Yep.
She sees me and Krista doing all this football helmet shit.
Yep.
She's seen us make this extra money on the side, and it's like, yeah. Was I able to go and play poker yesterday and take $500 in cash out of my drawer? and know it's not going to hurt me. She's like seeing all these $100 bills come out. She's like, wow, I'm like, yeah. Side hustles are a thing. Like you were just saying, find a way to get more out of less.
Yeah. I mean, that's that secret, like, and they don't teach you that shit in school. And I kind of wish, and again, like, no one's going to like magically tap you on the shoulder and say, yes, boy, you should be an entrepreneur. Like, no one does that. But I find it very odd that with all the personal attention that kids get, I haven't checked the chats in a little bit. Oh boy.
There hasn't been anything since Herb's
what's up, Phildo?
Fucking random. Phildo's here?
He was for a minute. Sorry I missed you. But no one just goes, let's talk about
shut up
this type of shit. Let's talk about like, summer's coming up and you guys all want money. Let's talk about the things that you can do to make money in the summer. You got a lawnmower? Cool. Charge $15 to mow someone's lawn. You do 10 of those, it's $150. You do that every single day, it's this much. If you do that every single day during the week, and you have your weekend off, you're working 5 or 6 hours a day, you're making X. Like no one teaches you that shit. You go, well, I hope I can go scoop ice cream for fucking $5.35 an hour. Fuck that. And
I think we need to get back to those things in school. Saying, hey, listen, you do not have to go to college.
Yeah. I think you're going to see almost like how like shit. It's going to be a retro movement. Like,
and I'm telling my kids that right now. I says, Ob wants to go to Michigan. It's great if you have a goal, but if you don't want to do that, and you got something else you want to do, you want to open a business, you want to build something with yourself, then fine. Don't. Maybe go to a community college, take a few classes that will help you learn and know ins and outs of businesses, and that's fine. You don't need to go to 4 years. There's so many people with these degrees that are fucking useless.
I mean, that's that scene in Good Will Hunting too, where the guy's like, you paid $80,000 or like $320,000 for something you could have got for a library card. I don't know, it's just some bullshit from TikTok or whatever, Twitch. But yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like applied knowledge. When I was hiring people, typically the more schooled somebody was, the lazier they were. Because like anybody can go read some shit and then like regurgitate it and get okay grades. I mean, you could do that. But when you have someone that had to grind, like I'd love hiring people that worked at restaurants that were like waiters or bartenders where you got 15 things going on at once. Yeah. And there's nothing I hate more in the world than you get sat at, like when we used to go to like fuck Applebee's or some shit. This one person has 3 tables and she's like, I'm sorry, it's just really busy right now. Like, no, it's you don't know what you're doing, Yeah. That, when I was waiting tables at the comedy club, he goes, we're gonna start giving away free tickets because we give away free tickets. There's a $4 per person minimum when you came in, so we'd give away 10 tickets at a time, and we knew that bare minimum, if 10 people showed up, we were gonna make $40 a table, and it'd always go more than that because beers were $3 or whatever it was. So he's like, if you want to do that during the day, you can. I'm like, cool. So then I would do that. Then I'd book the tables. Then I'd get the table sat in my section, wait those. So I got paid to give away the free tickets, got paid to wait the table. And I was making 15, 18, 25% on some of those big tabs. So it's like, you always just have to have an ear open for that kind of shit. And I wish that somebody when I was, dude, when my grandfather died, I got this like army crate of like fucking playboys and hustlers because apparently he was a fucking pervert. And I would sneak out to the garage, grab one, bring it up to my room, and just murder my dick to it. But my dad had
much muff. So much muff.
Yeah, especially, this is like 94, 90, 95, 93. My dad had a button maker because he was running for town trustee. So we bought a button maker. So then I would get the button maker and make booby buttons. And I would sell booby buttons for like $5. And before I got caught, it was very lucrative, I was crushing it. But yeah, like the kids are always talking about like what can we do to like can we sell candy at school? There's some kids that have gotten expelled from school, not around here, but some kids I've heard of because they started basically an underground candy selling syndicate at their school. Like this one kid he organized it like a fucking drug ring, and he was making like 30 grand a year selling candy bars.
Yeah.
And you're gonna expel him? That kid should like
She'd be promoted to
yeah.
teaching a class on how to do this.
Yeah, the hustle, that's but what's the fundamental building blocks to school and religion isn't to build thinkers, it's to build followers and doers, and that's I think if hopefully down the road, 'cause American ingenuity is going to shit anyways, I was just listening to a podcast yesterday and they were talking about what's happening in California. All the tech firms are moving out. So when you look at the economy of the United States, California is this like massive booming economy, and they're in a drought. They can't grow anything really. I think almonds come from California, but that's sucking up all the water, so that's going to change soon as well. But they got wine, and they have a 25 square mile area called fucking Silicon Valley, and that's Silicon. That's where 99% of their revenue comes from. But what are they doing? They're not being business friendly. They're making it harder to innovate. They're making it hard. Instead of it being what it was this like nerdy white and Indian and Chinese dudes like sitting down and fucking building empires. They're over regulating these people to where they're like, why the fuck are we even here? It's not like you get better fucking internet in Silicon Valley. You don't. You can have that in fucking Montana.
Bumfuck, yeah, I was just gonna say, if it's in bumfuck Idaho, it's the same thing's gonna happen.
Yeah. So they're making it harder to innovate, and they're over regulating this shit. And so what's going to happen to California? California's going to go and make less and less revenue because you see a lot of these companies when they were privately held, they were paying a lot of taxes. Now they're going to go public, and they're moving their corporate offices. Where are they moving to? Texas. They're moving to states with no taxes.
Yeah.
So Texas, Florida. So that's the you want greedy people because greedy people, like I always wanted a very lazy salesperson. Like lazy salespeople were my favorite. Sometimes they're hard to deal with. They never hit the metrics that you want them to hit. They're not making 80 phone calls a day. They'll make 5 phone calls a day and book 4 appointments. That 80 phone call a day guy that books 0 appointments, he's hitting the metrics, but he's not getting what we need, appointments. Appointments lead to sales. 80% of our appointments usually lead to a sale. You want the laziest motherfuckers possible because they know how to do shit smart.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Like London is thinking about building he's thinking about starting a different thing. He wants to do like pressure washing and shit like that. And so I think it's a good idea.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna own it?
Yeah.
His fat ass ain't getting out there and doing it.
Well, so here's the thing. But he asked me to look into it. Like what would you do? Like and again, like that's kind of what I do for a living. So sure, send it to me and I'll fucking do my nerdy shit and whatever, figure it out. It could be a very lucrative thing. And what I was telling him, and this is like what $10 an hour Daryl that goes and works for $10.30 at another place. I wish we would have had someone like that back in the day. Like, I'm like, don't factor in what you can make if you do it. Factor in what do I need to get out of it that's going to pay me exactly what I make right now. Like that's that secret number. And usually it's like, dude, when I was making like 40 grand a year, selling like websites and shit like that, I'm like, I'm selling $100,000 a month or so in websites, and he's paying me $40,000 for the whole year. I know people that can build websites, and I can sell $100,000 a month in websites. Why don't I just start a business that does that? Like, so it's kind of funny if you've like, you never think about money that way. Well, I never did. I thought about like, I need a job, I
Yeah,
need a job to pay me. When realistically, you could buy like he's looking into a pressure washing business or like equipment and stuff like that. I'm thinking like he put in an offer for like 30 grand, 40 grand for all this shit. It was not even close. It was like way less than that. So you get all the equipment, and a good pressure washing job there is $1,000, $1,500. Now, if you put them on monthly, if you put them on quarterly, if you do one time, it's a little bit more. I mean, you could factor in all these different pricing breakdowns and build a really good, sustainable business out of it. But you got to do it. That's the other part.
And you have to have the vehicles to haul this shit around.
Yeah, you think about cutting lawns, but you need a fucking lawnmower.
Yeah, and you need a way to get that lawnmower from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And what if your lawnmower breaks? Oh.
Yeah, especially if you have anybody that's, and I've talked about this with you too, like when I was like, we should start like a bathroom painting business or fucking like like something in Buffalo where you go and do there's like this really cool kind of paint where they can paint showers and bathtubs and stuff like that, and it's like highly odorous, very toxic, but you can paint a whole bathroom in like a day. Are you having a stroke? Yes, please God.
Oh, there's a big ass fly in here somewhere. I'm like, how am I hearing him through these fucking headphones and all this other shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, is it coming through my hair? Wait, that's my microphone. Is it on Chris's end? Does he have a fly?
No, I'm too ADD to have flies. But yeah, like starting something like that where you get X appointments, it's $800 to do it. You get 15 appointments a month, and you see revenue coming in because the supplies aren't that much. It's the skill and the people that want to work with this bullshit. But monthly recurring revenue is the key, and I never used to think that way. I started thinking that way 4 or 5 years ago, and it like blew my mind.
Yeah.
I sat down with this guy that was running this one company, and he's like, "Yeah, so all of our clients pay on the first of the month." I'm like, "That seems pretty ideal." He's like, "Yeah, so we run $230,000 every month." Huh? Every month you wake up first of the month, instead of me like that was like dreading because like month 30th we hit our goal, we hit $120,000. The next day you're at zero. This guy wakes up, hits a button, $230,000. Boom, just like that. Like that would have been a lot less stress. But no one thinks like that.
They don't, and schools need to get away from all the bullshit and start teaching people and letting kids think outside the box.
Yeah.
They're pushing all this shit to get these kids to go to school to get this crushing debt. 4 years of school, 30 grand a year, $120,000 in debt. A lot of these kids are walking out of college and not getting a job that's going to allow you to pay that off.
Yeah, even close. Yeah.
Even the fucking Krista is still paying for fucking her 4 years at Bus State or whatever.
I am. I'm paying mine, yeah.
Why is that so fucking expensive? Why? Yeah, I can pay off a fucking $60,000 truck in 5 years. What are we
Interest
doing
rates
here?
are insane with student loans, and it's the only debt that you can't file bankruptcy with. Yeah, it's let's let 18-year-olds make that decision.
It's exactly what they're saying, and it's like enough. I mean,
yeah.
Granted, if doctors or lawyers or whatever run in your family, and you're like, I'm gonna take over the family business. I need, I got to go to law school, and that's fine. Your family already has money.
Yeah.
But if I told officers, you can be a plumber, you can be an electrician, make a fuckload of money, build your brand or whatever, get good at it, save your money, start your own fucking business. 15 years after that, you ain't working. You now own this business. Let somebody else fucking run it for you, and you collect the cash. We need more kids in the world, people in the world, to start thinking along those lines that there's better ways to do this.
Yeah.
Build a better mousetrap.
Yeah. There's we just did a bunch of remodeling upstairs, and and a place
really?
that used
I
to.
didn't know you were like replacing your floor or anything. Did you talk about that?
Yeah, a little bit. There's like this little like
There was way
alcove.
too much in it than I thought.
There's nothing you can't take, dude.
I'm not sure about that.
You could take buckets. Usually it's a little creamier and white. There's this little alcove that we had where we used to, Tiny would have her like computer charger or whatever. So I built like a little like kind of like farm pantry type thing in there, and it had an outlet. And I went and I replaced the outlet with like the ones that have like the USB ports as well, so we can like have a little phone charging station, whatever. Put Alexa in there, and I'm replacing the outlet, and I'm like, I can't believe how easy this is to do. To just switch out an outlet. You know what I mean? Like in North Carolina, when we bought our first house, our plugs, you plug in a vacuum and the plug would just do this and like spit it out on the like. So we needed to replace these outlets. I called an electrician. He's like, yeah, so it's $100 per outlet. How many do you guys need? And I'm like 17, 18. It was going to be like $2,000 to replace outlets. And I didn't know how easy it was to do. This dude is
a matter of seconds to change.
He's buying a $3 outlet and making $97 on labor for fucking 2 minutes work. Now I can't be mad at him because good on him. But
yeah, that's when you just walk outside, kick yourself in the dick, and go, "Why didn't I fucking think about?"
Yeah, dude, it's the easy. And I've wired fans. I've put in new lights and stuff like that. It's easier to do a fucking outlet. But for some reason, I was like, no, I'm not going to touch that. Meanwhile, I'm on a fucking ladder holding a fan up and fucking trying to screw some shit in. Like, it's easier to switch out outlets. I'm like, well, how much does it charge you to change out a light, like a light fixture? He's like, I don't know, 70, 80 bucks. Huh? First of all, fuck him, because like he should say 200, you know? Yeah. Still probably worth it. But yeah, that's the shit that like I have a buddy, one of my best friends in high school. You know, small towns, and you grew up in a small town. They're usually a magnet for shit if you don't get out. If you don't bust out, you're stuck there forever, and you have a shelf life of that. Maybe it's by age 25. After that, you're fucked. And when I was like 19, I was like, I went to college for a semester. I hated it. Took a semester off. Tried to go to community college. They said I needed to go see a psychiatrist, so I quit that. And then I went. I was like, I'm fine with this. This is gonna be my life. We're gonna smoke weed every day, and we're gonna play fucking NHL. 1999 or whatever on fucking PlayStation. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have kids, whatever. I'll work at the brake factory or some shit because they pay $12 an hour. That's good money. Idiot. And then I was like, one day, like everyone's passed out. It was the day that the no goal happened.
99.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna go back to college. And everyone's passed out. No goal happened. I walked outside. It was cold as fuck in this small shitty town. And I'm like,
why was it cold in June?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Sorry to poke a hole in that fucking dream you were having.
Sorry, it was warm as shit. No, those bugs were chirping, and I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And so the next day I went up and asked for reinstatement in my college. And then I when it came time to go back, like I don't think I've stayed at my parents' house more than 20 times since then. I just because either if you're gonna stay, that's your life, or get out. And I was like, fuck it, man, I need to get the fuck out. And nothing on them, but those guys I thought were just gonna dick around and maybe be general workers. That one went and became I think they both became electricians, and they have a great living, but they took a lot longer to get started. But they're not paying on student loans, that's for sure. Student loans are like I'm trying to aggressively pay mine down, so I'm like paying triple right now,
which still isn't much.
No, it just sucks, because like I wouldn't trade the friends that I made during college, even though I'm not friends with most of them now. But that's how I met you through those people, like that kind of stuff. Like that's worth the tuition. That's kind of what I look into it. And all the chicks, all the HJs and BJs and ZJs. I mean, if I were to pay for that outright, it'd be close. If I were to pay for every sexual encounter that I had, full prostitution price during college, it'd be close.
It'd almost be like a student loan.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about something the other day along these same lines. It's like, all right, I was talking to Chris about trying to start a business. And it's incredibly expensive when you have a good business model, you have a good plan, everything's ready to go, but then you need to front the fucking gigantic cost up front.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people can't and don't start businesses these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I zone out while I'm driving a lot, and I start thinking about shit. So every night on my way to work and every morning, there's no traffic, and I started thinking about something. I'm like, what if I made this? I can make this cheap. I can make a prototype probably in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really fucking good idea. And then I'm driving and I'm thinking and I'm seeing how it would be put in place. I'm like, all right, great. Fucking one of these days I'm going to do this. See what happens. Spend maybe $50 in parts to make this device. But what's my next step?
Yeah.
Production. Do I want to do this out of my garage? Do I need a patent on this idea? Patents are expensive. They're what? Fucking 10 grand? I don't know. I don't have 10 grand laying around to fire at a patent and then need to buy supplies and build said things. And like, I can go to certain businesses and say, hey, I have this new tool I think would help you guys. This is how it works. This is what they cost, and I can make you, X them. And then move it to the next place down the road, and snowball that shit together. But in the beginning, that takes a fucking lot of money.
It does, yeah. And again, like there's other ways to do it too. So like, one of my favorite business models are these people. Let me see if I can share the screen. This is the shit that I'm obsessed with. This I want.
Comes the picture of the barndominium.
No, so these guys, Red Dress Boutique, okay?
Sure.
First of all, they have like super hot girls that model this stuff. This is $62, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to Alibaba, you can go and literally find the same things, okay? Same dresses. And usually with the same model. And these dresses are $18. This dress right here, $3.85. The minimum order quantity is 10. So you spend $30, and these people, because they have a good brand, they sell this dress for $60. It's crazy.
And I've been seeing a fuckload of these on Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot.
Yep.
And that seems to be the thing that these people can just fucking fire up these boutiques and, buy a dress for $4, sell it for $40, And like you said, it seems to be all the same shit.
It's amazing.
And it was funny too, because I was wondering, I'm like, how do all these people get all these clothes made and they're the only one that sells them? Then I started to realize that there's more of them out there and it's all the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, and Red Dress Boutique does it better than almost anybody. It's pretty cool to see how they do it. Like, so if you go to, I don't know if when I switch, does it go here? So here, I want to show this screen now. So you go to Alibaba and it's just like, oh yeah, let me just do this. It's nuts. I mean, you go these $10 for this dress. and usually it's even the same model.
Yeah, they just use the same stock.
Yeah, they use the same shit. I mean, this will be on Red Dress Boutique, and we could buy 500 pieces for $5.70 per piece. And then you rip it up on Instagram. There's a girl on Instagram that is legit as shit. First of all, she's really beautiful. Well, this is what she does. I won't be able to fucking. I won't be able to find her.
It's just amazing how these people can make that kind of money.
Yeah.
So easily. It's almost infuriating. I'm like when Krista got into this nail thing, man.
Yeah.
It was like $300 to get in and get this nails and all in this kit, it was called. And I said, listen, if that ever starts costing you more money than you're making, you're fucking done.
Sure. Yeah.
And next thing I know, she's making like $3,000 a month doing this.
Right.
Selling fucking fingernail polish, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Here she is. This chick is dangerously hot. So, of course, she's going to do well.
Don't they all?
But she does.
I can't see any of that.
Hold on, I'll bring it up.
Now, it's not because it's whatever. It's my eyes are shit.
So she sells this stuff. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see a white bikini. Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes and sells. She takes pictures. I mean, it's got to be the most annoying thing in the world to be her like Instagram boyfriend. Taking all these fucking pictures.
You realize there's a fucking tripod with her cell phone in the middle of the light setup.
Yeah, but she's beautiful and she is like savvy as fuck. And she makes boatloads of cash. That's great. And do you really care that shirt that she found that says Nashville on it that looks like a vintage shirt? She got that for $4 and she's selling it for $65 on her thing? No, because people are buying it.
Hey, you only got to sell 2 of them, man.
Yeah, you're up. You're up big,
But I also wonder about those people too. Is like, do they put that shit up there? They don't have an inventory. These Instagram model, Facebook businesses. Yeah, that wasn't why that's a B. Don't have a warehouse full of this shit.
Some do, some don't. Like, so I'm a fan of like the drop shipping shit.
That's what I was just gonna say. Drop ship.
Yeah. When you order from Alibaba, you order quantities and you store it. So let's say that we ever get our idea launched, we get it from a manufacturer. We will have tangible inventory.
Yeah.
But that's like an order comes through, it automatically, you could sync all this shit up to where an order comes through your Spotify website, it automatically prints the shipping label. You throw the thing in the fucking box, throw a label on it, and it's gone. Like it's, again, working faster and lazier is the key to profitability. I think we just started a business podcast. That's our niche. We've been looking for a niche other than just getting hammered. We figured it out.
This is also my last beer I'm having.
Yeah, that's fine.
12:30.
Yeah, we'll cut it in 7 minutes. But
that's just a little more time here. I haven't heard back from Krista except for Brady did not like getting his foot set. So
who does? Oh, so he's got a cast and everything?
I think he's gonna end up with a cast. So
poor guy.
And I can't see a 5-year-old having fucking crutches.
So I'll probably have like a walking boot type thing.
Yeah. Hopefully, because he didn't put any weight on it since yesterday. So
I was playing. I was at my friend's. I think an 8th grade graduation party. When we graduated 8th grade, because apparently everybody gets a graduation now. But
let's not talk about that.
we were playing kickball, and it was right after we had like a water balloon fight or something like that. So I wasn't wearing shoes, and I had skateboarded down from my mom's house to this party because
on the little hill there.
Yeah. And I was like pretty fucking far away from my house. And at the time, I don't know that we had a car. Maybe we did. Whoever needed to come get me was not there. So we're playing kickball. I'm not wearing shoes. And I wallop this fucking ball. And I come down like this on my feet. and snap a bone in this, like a metacarpal or metatarsal, whatever. And I had to get home, and I
sat dirt on it, you pussy.
I sat on my skateboard and paddled all the way home with a broken fucking foot. And then, we didn't have a car. We didn't have insurance. So my dad's like, it'll heal. You just got to stay off of it.
Sage advice, Paul.
Well, then when I broke this part, when this bone, I said the same thing. I called Tanya. I was driving, I think my Camaro at the time. So I'm shifting, driving with a broken hand. And I'm like, I'm going to go get it checked out x-ray wise. I know it's broken. I heard it break. Like when you snap a chicken wing bone, I fucking heard it. I heard it. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to be anything more than that. No big deal. She's like 9 months pregnant. Olivia came the 2 weeks later. I go there and this girl's super hot, the x-ray tech. She comes out and she's like, well,
everyone
always hot.
Yeah. X-ray techs are dimes. Every one of them.
She goes, well, I'm sure you're going to need surgery. I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
I missed out today. I'm here doing this instead of staring at a hot x-ray tech.
When Olivia fucked up her shoulder, I think I told you this.
Oh, yeah. Collarbone there, shoulder, whatever. Yeah.
We go to the hospital, and the x-ray tech comes out, and scrubs used to be like fucking Tweedledee, fucking, Tweety Bird fat ladies that smell like menthol cigarettes. Like, they were scrubs because scrubs they were worn by scrubs too, like. And now scrubs are fitted.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah. So this girl comes out, and the prettiest girl of all time, probably. She looked like she was like Jessica Simpson's hot cousin. Like there was nothing wrong with her. Yeah. Period. And she's like, if you want, you can come with your daughter in the room. And then, like, when it's you have to go because of radiation, you'll have to come in the booth with me. And my heart's like, I was like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Olivia, do you want me to? I'll come with you. And I'd been drinking with Ortez when she was at this party with Tanya, and she broke her collarbone. So I'm like 4 beers in, and I'm like trying not to exhale so she smells Busch Light.
And those booths aren't small.
No,
aren't big. They're small.
Yeah, we were in a telephone booth.
Yeah.
My neck's like popping around like a chained up leopard. It was aggressive, but yeah, they're all hot. Yeah. But I remember going like, fuck, Dad, like, what if I did need surgery? Like, I believed him. It'll heal. Those bones usually break straight. This bone did not. The bone of my foot probably didn't either,
when I broke my foot at London's wedding, I didn't know it was broke. I was hammered. I ended up driving fucking Kishel's Jeep down the sidewalk later that night.
Allegedly.
Thankfully, there was no people on it. And it was a stick.
Yeah.
But I was so hammered, I didn't feel the pain. I woke up the next day and it looked like my foot had was about ready to fucking fall off. It was black. And then a week later, I went and played hockey on it. And I'm like, something's not right here, man. I mean, it was black from my toe to my heel and halfway up my leg. Black, like dark purple, like Ray J's cock.
Nice, yeah. like a back of a Prince album.
Yeah, never went and got it looked at. It healed wrong, and I'm paying the price today for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, especially, I didn't know the consequences of like our stupidity when we were kids. Like, I didn't know that.
I had no fucking cares.
Yeah. No one's like, you know what? You probably shouldn't, We were sledding off of a roof one time into what appeared to be just a junk pile.
You talk. I got to take this phone call.
Yep. So me and my friend get this like massively great idea to climb a ladder, go up to this top of this fucking shitty barn that we had, and sled down, not once thinking, what's below? What are you going to fall into? It was a pile of like scrap metal and old TVs. So I sledded off of a roof and broke my collarbone on an old TV.
Stupid shit we did.
My kids like, don't do that. And here's the concept. Here's why.
Yeah.
And I cut off half my finger. Always like that. And Olivia goes, like, always reminding us of when, you got hurt. I'm like, yeah, because that's all I fucking did. I was always getting hurt.
How many times did you ride your bike or even a skateboard or whatever over a ramp?
Oh, a billion.
Was not built by either an engineer or a true carpenter.
Yeah.
Every one of those ramps was sketchy as fuck. Oh, I got some plywood. Don't worry about it being the only 1/4-inch plywood that will fucking go like this.
Oh, yeah.
Means your bike can't sit, and you're going to endo in the next month.
Yeah.
We didn't wear helmets. There was no such thing as bike helmets.
When I was like 6 or 7, probably 6, that was like the last year that my brother lived in the house. And dude, he would put his BMX or his dirt bike chest protector. I'd wear some sort of helmet. He'd put his his dirt bike like shin pad things on me, and I'd wear a cup, and I was their ramp tester. They were like 18, and they'd be like, "All right, start at the top of the hill of Oakwood, come down. Hopefully, there's no cars coming. Swerve into the driveway and hit the ramp." And I really don't think I went to the hospital because remarkably, there's this thing. We gotta go, but nice. So Bill Burr has a special coming out, and sometimes it's just great when you can send something to your wife that just kind of proves that you're not a path. I need that.
You definitely do.
And hang on, can you hear this?
Yeah, and everything. But there's things I want to improve on. So the great thing that I have done is my kids are not afraid of me. Every time I have fucked up, I've gotten down to my kids' level and let them know that I was wrong and I apologize. So now, my daughter's a little bit older. She's like 4.5 now. So now whenever I start flipping out, she actually has been helping me to stop. Because the second I hear that cute voice, I just think, Dad, sorry. I just immediately, it's hilarious. Like I'll be in the kitchen and all of a sudden, I'm always in the kitchen doing something, right? And one day I just come in like, what the fuck kind of toaster is this? What was wrong with the other toaster? I need to download the app to make fucking cocksucking. And all of a sudden, she'll just be like, Dad, don't scream like that. And the second I hear that voice, I'm like, you're right, buddy. Sorry, I'm just gonna download the app here. Download the app, and the amount of what it takes just to make some fucking toast.
I love, so I sent that to Tanya, and she's like, okay, that's you. I'm like, so I'm glad that I could share something where I'm not the only crazy person.
Yeah, Brady
it helps.
He was having issues at school, and we figured it out. Him and Aubrey would be playing Grand Theft Auto. Probably not a game a 4-year-old should be playing.
Sure.
He didn't really play. She played. He had the other controller.
Yeah.
He thought he had the driving controller, and she had the walking one, but she was actually doing everything.
Yeah, it's a good move.
And whatever. And he always liked when I would just go and load up on ammo, go up on the top, and just start blowing shit up.
There's no game better.
More cops, and he would tell me where the cops are and how to get away. But he saw that shit, and they swore in that game, not a lot, but they did.
Yeah. And
he was at school and riding around on his tricycle after school, flipping his friends off and telling everybody to fuck off and fuck you. And I know some of it came from me and Chris swearing in the house. So he didn't play the game for 8 months. No problems at school. Talked to his teachers. He's behaving. He's having a great day. He didn't flip anybody off.
He hasn't carjacked anyone's tricycle.
Yeah. He hasn't come over. He hasn't done any of that shit. And it's been fine. So it's like, we're walking through the house. I can't pay Aubrey enough money to swear.
Yeah.
I'm like, just say fuck. Nope. Maybe $100. Nope. I'll buy you a brand new pair of Jordans. Nope, won't swear. She won't even type it out in her friends. Like her friends, they'll swear in their group chat and shit,
Sure.
but she won't. She'll just go their way. I don't know why she's so good. Brady, say fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that we swear in front of him, Chris is like, Dad said a bad word. Well, Brady sits there and he's like, walk over, put your hand out, slaps you on the hand. Like, sorry, I won't do it again. So he punishes us like Bill Burr does there, his kid does too.
Yeah.
So.
It's amazing. And it's nice to be able to say, okay, I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'll be totally fine. And then 2 things in a row will happen. And I'll be like, what the,
Yeah.
And you feel it. It starts somewhere around my belly button. And then in a second, I have back sweat and I'm fucking losing my mind.
Yeah.
And I wish I could slow that burn,
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I go 0 to 100 so fast. And
Yeah.
me and Chris, we had a little, our whole family had a rough go of it the other day when we were out in the water and the kids acting up. And I immediately start snapping and whatever. It's like, all right, I got to find a way to slow that down. But you kids also don't be assholes.
That's the other thing.
You're not assholes. That makes my life so much easier.
Yeah. I love when you're trying to so again, I'm not good at measuring. I'm not good at cutting. I'm not good at any of this stuff. Right. So I'm trying to build these shelves inside of this little alcove, 2 different closets to make a up for the pantry that I took out. And I'm trying to ask Tanya, how high should a shelf be? Because I don't fucking know. And then I got to measure, level things. And as she's telling me, all you hear is, Mommy, Dad, Mom. Dad. It's like, if I'm talking to your mom, shut the fuck up. Especially with this shit. Because it's just tell, is it 18 inches? Is it fucking 10 inches? How high is a box of cereal?
Yeah.
Easy shit. It would take 4 seconds for us to have that conversation. But it's this. Then fucking Steve's licking his asshole and fucking stomping on the floor. You're like, And I work from home. I deal with that fucking dog all day.
I fucking love Steve. And I love him even more that he just drives you up a fucking wall.
Oh, dude.
My favorite.
I know we gotta go. He's the only reason Max stays in his bed. And I think Steve knows that. So now he'll just be like, well, you didn't come get me early enough. So guess what I did? I pissed on the bed again.
It's so awesome.
Dude, the other day,
Steven!
I built a little dog run, not on the front porch anymore because he would just shit on the porch. He could go into the grass, but why go in the grass if you're a dog? Shit on the porch. So I built a run on the other side of the garage. So now it goes out away from the front of the house. So there's not just dog shit and piss on the steps because he would hang upside down like he's fucking Spider-Man and piss on the steps and himself. So I think I outsmarted this dumb fuck. So guess what he did? He shit on the sidewalk on the side of the garage. And then he goes, you know what I should do? I'm going to lay in it. He laid in his own shit. Yeah. There's 30 yards of it. He could go sit under a tree and just have the time of his life. Pontificate on life. No. I'm going to lay in my shit. Like my 600-pound life would do when hubby doesn't come home quick enough.
Yeah.
He's a spiteful cunt. Oh, hey,
It's
it's
so funny.
7:10.
You act like you don't deserve this.
It's 7:10. I need to be out of this bed by 7:05. I'm going to piss on your son, piss on his bed, and there's nothing you can do about
Guess what
it.
I'm going to do? I'm going to lay my back. I'm going to piss right in a ceiling fan.
Yeah, why not? Dude, Max's
Making it rain up in here.
Max's floor looks like the back of a hot chick in a porno. There's just spots all over it. It's just like Steve has just piss bukkakied all over it. Hey, here's a spot that's kind of clean. Guess what I should do? I'm going to piss on it. And there's nothing. And he looks at me. He's got people eyes. Most dogs have dog eyes. Steve has like man eyes. Like been to Vietnam.
I've seen some shit eyes.
Yeah. And he's like, there's nothing you can do. Because if you take me out of this room, your son will go in your bed. He's got me. I'm fucked. with that said, we'll end.
Yeah.
Hope Brady's okay.
Yeah.
Good luck, DJ Panda.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Call
fun.
me later. Have Krista FaceTime me later. I want to hear the beats.
Yeah. That or Phil Doves. One of us will be in touch.
All right, buddy. I love you.
Live video, so
good having you back.
Back. I think I'm back for a while.
Yay.
Yeah, next weekend I think we're free. The week after I have poker on Friday, so we can do a Saturday one, whatever.
I think I'm in town that weekend, so maybe we'll do a Saturday show.
Yeah.
We should find a place like a restaurant where they have like a room, like a back room, and we should do it there. So I'll put you on that. We need a locations manager. All right,
we can do that. Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Later. Bye.
Deuces.
Keep fucking that chicken.